Their smug flower faces ask for it. Yay! Excellent. I forget what this guy's gimmick was. Gimme. Surfboard! I think it was something to do with slime. Having vague memories of doing something, but I'm not sure exactly what. Yeah, I think I need the slime. What's her name again? Gooey! God damn it, Gooey. God damn it. I think I just slap him with Choo Choo. Hey Ashley, you seem to have lots of intertube troubles lately. Alright, Choo Choo. Let's do this. Alright, you actually had a pretty good broom power. Whee! This game is so chill. Hold on, I want to see how the stream looks. Probably not great. Like, yeah, I think it's doing that color band thing, isn't it? Yeah, those bands of color are not there on the little cactus thingies in the front, on the foreground. Some sort of compression artifact or something. What? What? What button did I... Oh, I must have accidentally pressed a different button. Yeah, you just slap him. He is apparently a masochist. Sort of slow, but not in a bad way. It's just a lot calmer and slower paced than Superstar. And, like, everything from the music to the colors to the action reflects that. And, like, even the expressions Kirby and everybody has, it's just really cool. I also really like the art style in this, with the, like, sketchy, like... Everything looks like it was done with, like, colored pencils. It looks really cool. I always love unique visual stuff like that, and it's like Yoshi's Island is one of my favorite games from the SNES. One of my favorites, period. Just it has that unique visual style that you just like you don't see anywhere else. And I'm really glad that Yoshi's New Island seems to be going that direction. Choo Choo is what's on my head. She's a little slime helper thingy. So how this game works is basically you have all of these powers just like in a normal Kirby game, and when you're Kirby alone, you know, your powers do one thing, but when you have your animal friend, they do a different thing, and so each power plus animal friend does a different thing. And there's a second, oh that's not the button. There's a second player in this one, but the AI is incredibly bad. Like, the AI isn't completely terrible in Kirby Superstar. It's not very helpful. It's easier if you play solo. I mean, it's better if you have, like, a human player is helpful, but an AI helper really doesn't help much. Alright, Rick with that power isn't very useful. This is Rick. He's like a giant hamster, I think. Oh, and they all use the copy attack differently. Like, Rick opens his little mouth, and Chew, like, slaps out and grabs stuff. Ooh. Alright, I need the blocks. Spider! With not enough legs, I don't think. How many legs do you have, sir? 4? That's not nearly enough legs. Yeah, the first screens I saw of Kirby's New Island, or not Kirby, Yoshi's New Island, I was like, what is this? It's like 3D, and it's not even really trying to be the same style. It was definitely one of the first areas of Yoshi's Island, but I mean, the style just looked bleh. But then I saw some of the new screens, and they're like doing watercolor and different like visual styles and different worlds, I guess. And that seems really cool. I think I need to go this way. Yeah, this is Rick. I'm pretty sure he's a hamster. He can wall climb. He's pretty cool. All of the animal friends have different... They have different ways they eat enemies. They have different ways they use each of the abilities. And they have different movements. Like, they have mostly just different jumps. Like, Rick does wall jumps. Crap, what was his name? The cat. The cat does triple jumps, which is pretty cool. Hold on, I got a list here of all their names. Right, Nago. Nago is the cat. I don't think you were here early enough to see the cat. Chew does sort of a floaty up thing. She's the slime. Then there's Kine, who's the fish, who just... He actually works decently well on the land, surprisingly. But he swims really well. Please don't go away, Rick. I will be right back. Get in there! There you go. That sound effect indicates that I have gotten a thingy. Whatchamacallit? That means I'll get a heart star once I finish the level. I want to see if my YouTube video uploaded. Must have, it has a view. Alright, let's get... Oh. Wrong way. Oh, I see, I see. Rick is alright, but he doesn't have the, upward mobility that many of the other animal friends have. His wall jumps are cool in theory, but most of the other characters can either like do a flutter jump or fly or something, so it's sort of limited. This guy! Is your name Koo? I think you're Koo. Yeah, you're Koo, and the other one's Pitch. Koo is like an owl or something. Some sort of bird. and he flies really well. And he's pretty fun to use. He's got some cool abilities. He's got his happy shapes. Get a heart star. I don't know what happens if you don't get the heart star. I assume you just straight up don't get it, and you know, too bad, so sad. Oh, nothing. Well, let's go beat up poor Wispy Woods. I think he would just give up one of these years. Yep, hold on. Pause the game. I had completely forgotten about that. This game does not let you pause on bosses for no reason at all. It's actually really dumb. I don't think I can inhale his breath. One annoying about this guy is that while he has good air mobility, there's a bit of delay before he, you know, goes forward in a direction. So, might actually be better off if I just leave him. Okay, I'll just... Oh, right. Gonna do that on us. Alright, he can't get his roots. This is like the first instance we have of Wispy Woods getting scary like that. He's still not hard at all, but... he's all ticked off. Gimme. Poor Wispy. But with the power of love... we get rid of the dark matter. Oh yeah, since I skipped the, you didn't see the intro, the story is that this big blob of dark matter lands on, Popstar and reaches big evil tentacles out. It turns out all of the bosses were just affected by the dark matter. But when you get all the heart stars and defeat them, the little tentacle recedes. Alright, that one's great. Not great for being useful, but use the poor guy's feather duster. Which is great because he's a bird. Ow. Parker, you are sitting at the weirdest angle. What are you doing? I also love how the animals are like all ticked off at you for picking the other ones. Like the other animal friend. We're gonna go with Pitch. Pitch is pretty sweet. His flap, like he can fly, but he mostly just does a flutter like Kirby. But his attacks are some of the best. Like he's a bucket there. He's got much better ones though. So it just has to be useful in a certain level. Is it this level? I forgot which level I'm in. Or I forgot which, like, not mini boss, but like, I forgot what the condition here is. No! Oh, is this the puzzle one? No, this is too early for the puzzle, isn't it? Oh, this is the one where this is the only one with that you need water in. Oh really, it chose an ad? Huh. Twitch must do pre-roll ads. I can't control ads on here like I can on YouTube. I guess, that's interesting. The way YouTube works is by default it only does display ads, those little, you know, the static ads on the side of the page, and if you see a pre-roll ads or something, that's because either the, you know, the video owner or the content owner put an ad up there. I guess Twitch must put pre-roll ads automatically. 'Cause, I mean, I can't put ads if I want to. You haven't seen Kirby's Dream Land 3? It's one of my favorites. It's my favorite of the Dreamlands, too. The Dreamland series. Possibly not if you can count Kirby 64. I'm not sure if I could say this or Kirby 64 it's better. If you have a Wii or a Wii U, this game is only like $8 or whatever SNES games are, and it is. Gimme. No. It's definitely worth the virtual. Frick. That is a great power, but it's hard to return to it. If you got a Wii or whatever, I'd recommend picking it up on the Virtual Console. It's a very fun little game. Gimme. And Pitch's electric attack is one of my favorite. He turns into a little RC car or an RC plane bird, and he's electrified the whole time. And you can do some really cool attacks. You know, beat up all of your enemies with it. The problem is that Kirby stays stationary while you're doing it, and so it's gonna be hard to, you know, immediately go back to Kirby to run away from something. So I really shouldn't have used it when I did, but oh well. Oops. Yeah, this is definitely one of the classic Kirbys. Superstar is probably still my all-time favorite. And I definitely recommend Superstar Ultra on the DS. But this is a classic one. It's interesting that the two SNES main series Kirby games, they're so different because this one is so calm and chill and, you know, it's still action based and stuff, but it's very different feel in pretty much every way compared to Kirby Superstar. And I love them both. It's not like one is better than the other necessarily because of how they work. It's just very different and very well done. Oh right, Shu does a charged up laser thing. It's not actually that good. Where do I want Kine? Kine's special ability is that since he's a fish, he can swim, and he can swim against these currents. Anyone else, they would slowly get pushed away by the currents, but Kine can swim through them. And there are a few situations where that's either really helpful or completely necessary to get certain items or heart stars. I'm not sure if this is one of the heart star ones or the ones where I need them for a heart star or what. Yeah, all the animal friends look like super dejected when you don't pick them. That's another thing I really like about this game. It has so many nice little touches. Oh. Umbrella. You're not an umbrella. Crap. And this is the right Animal Friend for that too. I just love the visual design and calm music, and just everything about this game works really well. And there's lots of like neat little touches, like some of the stuff in the foreground. If I exit will keep kind. Cool. Hey, Keekster 2. I need umbrella. There we go. The joke is that lots of Kind's attacks are like incredibly awkward and or stupid, but they're usually not like useless. They're not as useless as they look anyway, because they often look really dumb, but many of them actually come in handy and stuff. Yeah, this is World 2. We just finished World 1 a minute ago. Sorry, Choo-Choo. I guess it doesn't matter, there's a maximum tomato. Actually, those just called M tomatoes. I could never remember the official wording for that. No! Aw, man! I didn't care about health, but... Oh my god, I never realized he's a sunfish. Like... Man. We don't want to tick him off, because he might go all revenge on the sunfish on us, and that would be no good. Are they actually called Maximatoes? Because that's... Like, M Tomato and Maximum Tomato both ring a bell, but not Maximato. Like, was that something on Kirby Right Back At Ya? Need to buy that anime someday. I almost bought it today, but the first, like, volume or something was like 25 bucks. And there were some Kirby plushies I kind of wanted to buy instead, but I just added them to my wish list for now. I've been buying all sorts of things. There we go. I always thought this guy looked like a hamburger. I mean, he does, but doesn't he look like a hamburger? Until you mentioned that, like, I never really thought of what kind of fish he must be. Like, he just seemed like fairly generic fish, but I guess he is a sunfish. Give me that heart star. Get in there. Come to think of it, I think Smash Bros. Gives official names to most of the items it uses, doesn't it? Like, it has like the item roster or whatever. Or no, it had the trophies, at least in Melee.